Hi friends, welcome to Garden a Beautiful Life. So today I will be talking about the holy basil, and which is also called as tulsi, and which is very readily available in our homes, and the problems which we face while growing holy basil. And I will also be telling about one homemade fertilizer which will help you to grow tulsi. So please watch this video. Let's talk about the soil of tulsi or holy basil first. So here I have taken 10% of vermicompost. You can also use any homemade manure. So tulsi doesn't have much requirement, so you can only add 10% of compost here with 90% of garden soil. So the mixture would be 90% of garden soil and 10% of compost, vermicompost or any other manure, and you can just mix it up, and whenever you're planting the tulsi plant, this will be the ideal potting mix for your tulsi plant, and there is no need of adding coco peat to it. So in case you have not put any compost or manure in your potting mix, here what you can do is you can just dig the upper layer of your soil of tulsi. You can just loosen the soil with the help of the gardening kurpi, and you can just add 1 inch or 1.5 inch of manure in the upper layer of the soil. So I have just loosened the soil now, you could see that, and now I will add 1 inch of manure. So I'm using vermicompost here. You can use cow dung, you can use homemade manure, or you can even use homemade compost also. So 1 inch of any manure would do great help for the growing of tulsi, and your tulsi growth will just speeden up to 2x. And if you don't have any manure at your home, what you can do is whenever you are buying the tulsi plant at your nursery, there only you can set the plant and ask the person at the nursery to add some manure or compost in your tulsi plant, so that will benefit your tulsi plant in the long run. So apart from using the normal vermicompost and compost for tulsi plant, I also give one more fertilizer to tulsi plant, which has actually helped me to grow my tulsi plant in a better way, and that is tea leaves. Yes, I give my tulsi plant tea leaves every month. So I always give 1 teaspoon of dry tea leaves to tulsi plant. So why tea leaves? Because tea leaves contains nitrogen, potassium and tannic acid. So tannic acid is very essential for plants. So tannic acid is an organic acid which, when it gets mixed with soil, it promotes useful microbes for the soil. Tannic acid in soil, when it promotes useful microbes in the soil, they release some residues in the soil which acts as food for the plant. So tannic acid is a very good nutrition provider for the soil, and then it indirectly provides to the plant. So the tea leaves also have nitrogen and potassium, though it doesn't have much of nitrogen and potassium, but whatever it has, it is optimum for holy basil or tulsi plant. So if you don't have time in a month, you can just put 1 teaspoon of tea leaves in your tulsi plant, and your tulsi plant will start flourishing. And make sure that you're using the dry tea leaf powder, because the wet tea leaf powder might cause the bacterial and the fungal infection in the soil, and tulsi plant is very much susceptible to bacterial and fungal infection. So make sure you use dry tea leaf powder. Let's talk about the another important aspect of growing tulsi plant, which is pinching. Yes, you always have to pinch the fruit of the tulsi plant, which helps in making the tulsi plant more bushier. So whenever your tulsi plant is small and whenever you see the fruits coming out, just pinch it off and remove the tulsi plant's fruit. And also you can also pinch the small leaves which are present in the topmost part of the stem, so that there will be a leaf growth beneath that. So you could see that I have always pinched the stem and you could see the new growth in my tulsi plant. So likewise, whenever your tulsi plant is small, just pinch the small leaves and the fruit, and the new leaves will start budding in the tulsi plant. So pinching is another great method where you can get a bushier tulsi plant or make your tulsi plant more bushier. So the next thing is watering the tulsi plant, which plays a very important role. We always tend to overwater the tulsi or the holy basil because we use it for religious purposes. So we daily tend to water the tulsi plant, which is actually very harmful for the plant. So make sure that you water the tulsi plant whenever the uppermost soil of the tulsi plant is dry. Only then water the tulsi plant, otherwise stop watering the tulsi plant. Overwatering the tulsi plant causes the root rot and eventually the plant dies. It's better to water the tulsi plant only when the uppermost soil of the tulsi plant is dry. Otherwise, do not water the tulsi plant because it is very susceptible to bacterial infection, and overwatering causes very harmful effects on tulsi plant. Let's talk about the sunlight now. So tulsi requires a very bright sunlight and a very bright light to grow, but you can even survive your tulsi plant in low sunlight or less sunlight also. If you don't water the plant daily, irrespective of the soil is wet or dry, so you only have to water the plant when the uppermost layer of the soil is dry, then the plant can survive in low light also. So these were my tips regarding tulsi plant, and you can keep your tulsi plant healthy and bushier by following these tips. Please follow these and please let me know if it works for you. Please share my video and please subscribe to my channel.